Yeah, hello everybody, it's Nick Dutch back on the camera again. Hi there, and so on and so forth. Now, I've been, I'm quite open to people sending me ideas for things to make a video about. Well, I've just been sent a Wikipedia page called Brain in a Vat. Some people would prefer grapes fermented in a vat, some people prefer brains in vats, but never mind. It says here, in philosophy, the brain in a vat is an element used in a variety of thought experiments intended to draw out certain features of our ideas of knowledge, reality, truth, mind, and meaning. Okay, let's just stop right there. Okay. It says it's an element used in a variety of thought experiments. So the subject of the brain in a vat deals with thought experiments. Alright, and on top of that, it's an element used in a variety of thought experiments. It's part of a framework which is used to look at ourselves, our perceptions, and how we can come closer to finding out what is real through taking a hypothetical standpoint which has no real basis upon reality. Okay, it's all in that first sentence. I mean, some people, I actually met a guy recently who was actually a believer in the brain in a vat thinking and regarded that as being the truth, and therefore it didn't really matter whether he lived or died, and staying alive and not committing suicide was basically, in his interpretation, a purely arbitrary decision. So I think some people can take these arguments a little too seriously, and therefore it isn't always helpful. Now, the holographic model of, the supernaturalist holographic model of the world often has a brain in the vat component to it. And also so do other forms of both quantum theories associated with consciousness. I use the phrase theory very loosely here, okay? As well as forms of New Age thought. My personal opinion is that we can take these things a bit too seriously. The idea of, the outer world being essentially just the inner world, therefore if you just visualize something it will therefore come your way, or this law of attraction stuff, is partially based upon this brain in a vat thinking. Although it's less based upon experience or experimentation than other forms of occult, supernaturalist, or indeed religious thinking. Okay, it's based upon a philosophical ramble, thought experiment. Now, thought experiments are useful when you're trying to work out what you think. But when is a thought experiment used to work out what you think? Useful in terms of helping you come closer to understanding the objective reality around you. In practice, it probably isn't all that good or all that useful, in my humble opinion. Okay, people use it in philosophical and some forms of scientific thought. Okay, this brain in the vat thinking. But it's not proven. It raises questions and encourages people to ask questions. That is its value. It is not a scientific truth.